Welcome to another very, very special episode of the Cinebeards.
I was expecting Clone High there, and I got really excited, and I don't know why. Because
Has anybody
recording.
watched the latest season? I've heard it's bad.
No, it's trash bad. It's trash
no.
That's so sad.
I was excited. Wait, did they make 2 new seasons or just the 1 new season?
Just the 1 new season, and it's really bad.
Aww.
And the reason it's bad.
Why did it get very awake?
No, you see, a lot of people are claiming that somehow Clone High went woke.
Oh
The
yeah.
dullest,
it's
the
just
dullest of
suddenly
all
gone
dullards.
Suddenly, out of nowhere.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Just
No,
like
because-
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
they
One of
suddenly
the,
they should
At
stick
the
to music and not
Matrix.
politics.
Yeah, one of the sort of main reasons it's gone woke that people are complaining about is because Cleopatra, right? Get this,
Is a woman?
has beyond being a woman, starts
With
having
really
like a romantic relationship with the Frida Kahlo clone, which of course makes her a gay, which of course makes it a woke.
I believe it's Anne Gay. Like A
Sorry,
N
definitely
N
not
Gay
bisexual,
if it's a lesbian.
gay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anne Gay.
Because bisexuality doesn't exist.
No.
I've
No,
heard
that's just
that.
something that was invented to sell skincare products.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah. Good lord. That
So the
is
reason we're
hilarious and
actually
terrible.
here, the reason we're actually here is to
reason.
It's not
discuss.
to talk about Marcus's politics.
Yeah, because my politics are
Extreme.
Political.
extreme
Like a
and very
skating
straightforward.
video.
Extreme Blue.
Extreme blue, which is just pancake batter in a tube.
Paint,
talking
blue paint
about?
pancake
What
batter.
What is happening?
I don't
You
know.
love
I
Control.
genuinely don't know.
I've lost control of this podcast. Apparently,
got a cat.
we're here to discuss.
You never had control.
You never had.
We're here to discuss the worst films of 2024.
Thomas's
Wait,
favorite movie films.
No, they're actually my opposite of favorite films.
Oh,
No, cat, get away from
that's
the...
crazy.
What you'll see,
I wonder what the cat did.
what you'll find is, in keeping with the fact that cinema is absolutely just getting worse year on year,
All the time. Endlessly.
which is the easiest evidence for that is the fact that yes, we had a top 24 good films of 2024, but we have a grand total of 13.
Yo, that's
Bad
almost
movies
as
on our
many as
list.
24 if you round it up.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was 14. Which one changed?
It's
Cinebeards
13.
bylaws.
I thought it was 14.
It may have been
You-
14 at one point, but then I redid the maths.
You redid the maths?
Yes.
I
Took
swear
the
to
maths
God,
away
Marcus,
from
if my
Jason
number
and
10
did it
isn't on
yourself.
here and I can't rant about it.
You'll see. No. There
Whoa!
was a
There was an issue of Cinebeards bylaws.
yeah, issue of
Oh,
Cinebeards
okay.
bylaws. Oh no,
Okay.
wait, shit, sorry. Live.
Oh shit! Live
check-
corrections.
Live correction. There
The
should
list
in
is
fact
being
be
made
14.
as you play it.
Yeah,
The list
there
is in the room
there
with us
are
right
14
now.
because I forgot to put. Yes, because of that issue with bylaws, I forgot to put the replacement film in the list. That's on me.
Okay.
So yes, there are 14.
Very interesting. Although I will say
Will you?
that at least 13 of them, eliminating my number 10, at least 13 of them are very, very, very bad.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And just for the listeners who have no idea what the fuck we're talking about, just for clarification, the Cinebeards bylaw of John 3:16 is that no film that made use of generative AI will be in the bottom 10 because it's not a film. It is
Will
an
be on
affront-
any lists.
Yeah, will be on any list because it is an affront to film and life and everything that the medium represents.
Which is why, and I'm just going to run through it, the films that were definitely ineligible for either
Disgrace
list.
list.
Yeah,
The disgrace list. Before we even get to the dishonorable mentions, the disgrace list contains Afraid, spelled AFRAID, Alien Romulus, Better Man.
Isn't that how it's always spelled?
Yeah, but shut up.
But the
Alien
AI,
Romulus.
the AI is big like ambulance.
Yeah.
Ambulance! Oh, fuck.
Yes.
You guys gotta watch Ambulance.
Better Man. Dread Club, Vampire's Verdict, Where the Robots Grow, Late Night with the Devil, Civil War, and Cuckoo.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Right,
All right, Marcus,
on to the
I'm ready.
shitty movies.
On to the shitty movies. Do we want to do dishonorable mentions quickly? Do
I mean,
wanna
just
run
run
Yeah,
through them.
quick,
Just run
quick,
through
quick.
them. Run through them like
Okay.
we ran through the honorable mentions
Yeah.
of...
No,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah,
Okay.
fast.
The
That's fantastic.
Beekeeper, Mean Girls, Imaginary, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, Tarot, Trigger Warning, The Watchers, Under Paris, Boy Kills World, Sleeping Dogs, The Union, Skincare, and Night Bitch.
I completely forgot Boy Kills World came out this year.
Oh boy, are you fucking lucky, because that movie was...
No,
dog
I
shit.
watched it. I forgot it existed.
Oh no, it's that bad. You just memory hold it. Yeah, it was shot here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could tell.
Of course
you can
it was.
fucking tell.
You can feel.
Of course it fucking was.
You can feel how awful it is.
Right.
But Skarsgård's completely redeemed in Nosferatu. Jesus Christ. Yo,
Oh, I can't wait.
what's
I'm so
with-
jelly.
I don't know what it is with locking in my
Which
number ones
cinema
in
did you watch it
January.
at?
VNA. VNA.
Oh,
VNA,
is it
VNA.
there? Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
Did you watch
It is-
Wolfman in IMAX and get
Yes.
hurt in IMAX?
Yeah, there was an IMAX.
Decent.
And it sucked.
But Nosferatu, decent cine at the waterfront?
Nosferatu was very good.
Waterfront
the
recently redid their cinemas
Yeah.
when they and I quote upgraded to Sturkinnical
Oh, Lord.
because they had a big banner while the cinemas were closed saying
Yeah.
upgrading to Sturkinnical.
Fuck New Metro.
Wow.
Wow.
But yeah, the screen was good. The cinematography in the movies. Anyway, we're here to talk about
Yeah.
bad movies.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I just
We're
wanted
here
to
to
know
talk about
because I'm
that.
going to go watch it in the week.
Good.
Good luck, because like fucking the screenings are pretty much booked out till Thursday.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me very
My
happy.
the screening that I went to was full. There were no
But
seats.
wasn't it just full of your friends?
Yeah, well, yes, but that's not the point. And it wasn't full of my friends because you guys weren't there.
That's
Oh.
true.
That's true.
I was
wasn't
at
there.
dinner with other with
I
the
know
carpenter
you guys
friend
were
that I sent to you.
busy. But
So,
still, I wanna go
let's
watch
Okay.
kick it off with
Yes.
number 14.
Number 14. Dion, you didn't do the thing.
Yeah, Dion.
Number 14.
Now, as per
Number-
usual,
number
I'm going to
14?
read a short excerpt from a review, and then you have to guess what the movie is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like this. It's always
I love
These
this
are
game
all
so much.
these are all positive reviews of these.
How,
films.
okay. I am. This
Thomas,
list-
are you ready? Are
No,
you
no, 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 no.
hydrated?
I actually have a glass of water and I've taken a lozenge already. I'm gonna take another lozenge halfway through.
Have you chewed some ginger just in case you get nauseous?
I
I'm eating
have,
popcorn to
actually.
make sure I'm suitably salty.
I'm flabbergasted as to how you have found a positive review for a movie that I know is gonna be high on this list. Like, I'm really fucking
You can
shocked.
always find positive reviews,
Yeah.
man.
You can
For
always
cultists,
find
yeah.
positive
Because of
reviews.
shills.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
number 14.
Number 14. Even at a pace or two too long. While
dear.
starting to coast on the pure rush of initial stronger ideas, it's perhaps his best engineer work since 2004's Redacted, and arguably the purest piece of entertainment he's ever made.
Is this a Zack Snyder thing? No, it can't be, because it
No,
can't be this low on the
can't
list.
be. It can't be.
It can't be this
Is
low
it-
on the list.
No, this must be my number 10. Trap.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is, in fact, Trap, yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Crap.
And they should replace that P with an SH. That's a spelling joke for all you nerds out there.
Trap.
Trap.
It's not
replace
that bad.
replace the P. It is so bad.
It's not that bad.
It is
Of
not
all
that
the
bad.
people he goes to at the concert, it happens to be her uncle, played by M. Night Shyamalan, who just happens to be like, oh no, this one's got cancer, sure, we can do it all. No.
Are you telling me that a fucking ticket promoter would not go, oh my god, this is the best press ever we can get, wheel this cancer
I'm
child
telling you,
out.
Hear him going to one person, and that person being the uncle of the main singer on stage is ridiculous.
So you're telling me that known famous people do not give their family members shitty jobs that pay money for doing nothing?
Do you know how many of them work that job, Thomas?
That?
Do you know how many of them work that job? Do you know what the chances of that one being her uncle and having that much pull?
Pretty high, because he's her uncle.
Low, Thomas.
I don't think it's about him being the
It's
uncle. I think it's
statistically
about
low.
him going, like, that being the person, rather than just some other person.
And he's a fireman who can't get through doors.
He's a shitty
think-
fireman. He's a
I'm not-
murderer first and a fireman second.
He is a good fireman in the movie, yet he can't get through a door.
I haven't seen the
But
film,
he can
but I
quick
will
change
say,
in the front seat of a car.
I
That's
will
true,
say,
yeah.
I'm not usually one for like, oh, plot holes, oh, why don't they, or why this, but if it's enough to immediately tear you out of the film and like ruin your suspension of disbelief, then I think like it's a bad thing.
Like the killer
Objectively.
walking through a room of cops who are looking for the killer and have a vague description of him.
Yes, and
Yeah, no, that's bad.
So you're saying
also
so you're saying-
him
Jason,
escaping
Jason,
the
you're
police.
forgetting.
The
You're
police.
forgetting
He
a
undoes
very
the
good
handcuffs.
guys
You're-
good at their jobs.
you're
the police.
forgetting-
American cops.
Yeah, you're forgetting an important part of this film. The killer isn't black. That's why the cops don't recognize him.
It is set
Exactly.
in the US, you are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But jokes aside,
I think.
That's not a joke. That's just reality.
Yo, that's real, man. That's fucking real.
Him
The
taking
movie's
off the handcuffs at the end and looking slyly at the camera while he's
No.
still locked in the back of a police van.
I'm not saying that movie did not end 3 times too many.
Why did he eat the cake?
I don't know.
It would
I
have
don't
been a
know.
better twist if his wife were a part of it.
My
Your
favorite
face is a
part.
part of it.
My favorite part of that movie
Is that he was desperately trying to launch the career of his actual niece, who was the music?
No. That doesn't surprise me at all. My favorite part of that movie was when she's like, I'm locked in the bathroom. Please, fans on Instagram, help me. I'm roundabout over here. There's a guy. Oh.
There's an inept fireman thwarted by a wooden door.
she fucking outsources investigative work to Instagram, and they find the killer.
Look.
It is so dumb, and I can understand you enjoying it for its dumbness, but it is dumb and it annoyed me.
I don't agree.
It is so dumb. Every part of that movie is dumb.
I watched way dumber movies than Trapped
Yeah.
this year.
Yes, I will say you probably did, because I only watched 11 bad movies this year.
Yeah, because you're a coward.
Because
No, you coward, Jason.
value my time, Marcus.
You fear the bad movies.
Valuing
Watch
your time is a form of
118
cowardice.
2024
This is true.
releases like me.
God damn it, Thomas. But yes, it was a bad movie that annoyed me.
That's
Next, number 13.
number 13.
Number 13.
Now, this is a very highly rated movie according to the Metacritic.
Blech.
A great script and a great cast are key to this film.
Is
A
this fucking
gripping-
Gladiator 2?
A gripping moral study
No,
dressed
this
up
is the Juror 2.
as a courtroom drama.
Yeah.
Oh, is this Joker?
Nope.
This is Juror number 2.
No, but
Oh,
that
dear.
was, I put it on here so that I used that review so that it could maybe be seen as Joker. But no, it's
Oh,
Juror
nice.
number
You
2.
got me.
Okay.
You got guts.
I-
It's Juror
that-
number 2.
I watched the
highest
movie and
rated
thought it was
film.
like a nothing of a film.
Yeah, but it's everything that the movie kind of represents meta-contextually. Like, if you zoom out a bit, where it's like the entirety of the conservative mindset distilled in a movie of like, fuck society, actually, and my responsibility to it, the home life. That's what matters to me. Any moral considerations outside of that are irrelevant.
But
Because the whole thing
is he
is
framed
couched-
as a hero?
Yes, he is. He is framed as a hero. Like, he has done the right thing, and then
I did not read that into it at all.
reluctantly the district attorney then has to go. You see, that's the thing. It's like, reluctantly the district attorney then has to go and fucking arrest him. It's like, no, that's your job. Your job.
Well,
Your
no,
job is
she
to do
makes
that.
the decision to, like, she didn't have to. She made the
I mean,
decision
you do.
to do it.
You do have to. As the representative of the law, you generally have to put murderers
But she could have
in
left it
jail.
aside to further her career. She
didn't.
could have said nothing.
But she didn't. The movie sucked. And also the entire moral quandary is immediately like, it's never real, because he never really like actually contemplates it. There's no struggle. It's portrayed as like, oh, is
look,
he gonna do this? Isn't he gonna
I
do this?
thought it could have been made more interesting had he not actually done it.
Yes, that would have presented a real ethical moral quandary of like, fuck, I don't actually know what is the correct thing to do here. What is the
Yeah.
least harm TM that can come out of the situation? But it is unambiguous that he will never ever do the right thing.
Apparently, the end of the movie was filmed a couple times in a couple different ways.
Yeah?
But left in the most open-ended one. The other ways had cops on
Wow.
either side of her and cops in the background.
Yeah, like I couldn't work out from context clues what was happening at the end of that movie.
You
I
done
mean,
it again, Mr. Eastwood. You done it again.
Another ambiguous conservative film from Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I'd say it's a
Yeah.
conservative film and it does push those politics, but I don't think it was technically as bad a film as other films on this list.
No. From a filmmaking perspective, no. From a filmmaking perspective, I would argue it's probably gonna be the best on
Eastwood.
this list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the best Eastwood in terms of like his actual filmmaking abilities.
It is also to that point the highest rated film according to Metacritic on
And
this
Nicholas
list.
Hoult does do a good performance.
He does.
With the script he's given. But yeah.
Man, I'm starting to root for Nicholas Hoult in the last few roles I've seen him in.
Dude, just
I
wait to
would,
fucking
except for
Nosferatu.
Renfield.
Nosferatu will fucking... Oh, he's so good in that. Everyone's so good in that. Everyone.
Ew,
Jesus
sorry, I
Christ.
just googled who Nicholas Hoult is. No.
No,
not like-
Renfield was
You
a
don't
bad
like
film,
Unsubscribe.
but he was fun in it, and I enjoyed watching him.
Nicholas
that
Holt's
film.
great in fucking Mad Max as Nox.
Yeah.
He is.
I still want to unsubscribe from him.
He's also
There's just
he's
something
also
about him that I just
fucking
wanna-
great in The Order.
Yes, he is. He's so good in that. And he's good in Nosferatu, which you will be seeing soon. We keep talking about good movies. What's wrong with us?
Sorry,
I think-
let's
I think
let's
it's-
move
I think it's
swiftly
just-
on.
I think it's just the power of the Fox
Positive
X-Men
thinking.
films.
That's the power of love.
The Fox X-Men. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a strong, bad power.
Yes, it is a bad power, but
Though I still did like First
he's
Class.
shaken off that. Like Robert Pattinson before him, I believe he is on the cusp of being like completely free from that shady history in his filmography.
Nice. Until they bring him back.
They won't. They fucking
Feige
won't.
knows no bounds. His pockets are
Anyway.
bottomless.
Hey, do you guys want to know what number 12 on the list is?
Number 12.
No, I don't want to know what number 12 on the list is. I first want to hear a positive review of it.
Yes.
Okay.
A thing I'm specifically requesting for this one as opposed to all of the others.
Okay. Despite some choppy waters in the back half, this is a fun, funny, often genuinely unnerving horror movie experience. One that makes you think twice about that first swim of the year when summer rolls
Oh
around.
no.
Oh no! I know what this is, and I'll never
Night
watch
swim,
it.
night swim, night swim, night swim.
Is
Pure
that the one that was?
trash.
Is that the one that was based on that short film?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I saw
the
the
very
short
same.
film. How the
This is-
fuck did they make that into a feature?
They
well, you
didn't
see, it was
really.
easy. Haunted
Movie
pool.
magic.
Haunted Pool.
Oh yeah,
What
I
if-
mean that takes up 90 minutes for sure.
Yeah.
What if Haunted Pool and Kurt Russell's son?
Yes.
Oh, you mean Chris Pratt?
Wyatt
No,
Russell.
That was good. That was
What
good.
what if the haunted pool, right, is not just a haunted pool, but actually
Yeah.
it's an old like ancient wishing well that can grant you a wish, but it has a
Oh.
cost.
But it has. What's the cost? What's the cost?
But what if your
Marcus?
wish is just to
Is
have
the
a nice
cost that
swim?
drowns one of your children?
Yes. Literally. Yes.
That is straight up.
That
is
is straight up.
the cost.
If you want to,
I'm a precog.
okay, no, so
But for
what
really
happened
shit
like
films.
in the opening of the movie, right?
Uh-huh.
There's a little girl in 1992 that drowns in the pool because it is haunted. You find out later that she was drowned in the pool so that her death could make her brother healthy, who was suffering from some kind of terminal
He was
disease.
dying from anime mom disease.
Yeah, anime
Oh,
mom
no.
disease. And then the main character in this, Kurt Russell's son, has somehow he had a full baseball career and
Is that the
then
character's
developed
name?
MS.
Mhm.
And to cure his MS, one of his children has to die in the pool. And he's like all in on this. This pool is amazing, guys. This pool fucking rules.
Yeah, he loves. Kurt Russell's son loves that pool.
It's really bad, and
It's really
like,
bad, and the script is bad, and the story is bad, and the conceit is bad, and the effects are bad, and it's just boring and not scary. And...
I hate to say it, guys, but it sounds like a bad movie.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
it
not.
is.
I'm not actually sure why you guys watched that if it's so bad.
Well, because watching films is what I do, Dion.
also, if you tell me a movie features a haunted pool, I am going to watch it out of sheer morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
Look, I would say it is probably the second biggest miss in terms of usage of a pool in a horror movie.
I want to say that doesn't sound like a haunted pool. That sounds like a cursed pool. I'm just gonna say it.
No,
I know you're not supposed to say
pool
that
itself
with the
is not
PC
cursed.
police and whatnot, but I'm sorry, that pool sounds cursed.
What's your number one misuse of a haunted pool then?
La Llorona. You literally have a Catholic ghost
Ooh.
going after a priest who is in a pool, and he
Ooh.
doesn't bless the pool water to fight her.
Oh,
Yeah, but the nun doesn't do that either.
Yeah. So it's
Just
just a
saying.
lot of pool misusage.
Yeah,
in
that
films.
that series of films is just misusing water as a whole.
Interestingly, though, the other La Llorona really uses water very well. You should watch it. It's a fantastic, fantastic movie. Right,
All right.
next.
Number
Yeah,
11.
Night Swim,
We
real
keep
bad.
talking about good movies.
Number 11.
I got a kitty.
I repeat, number 11.
Number 11.
Number.
Number L.
I've got stage fright.
Okay, cool. As
makes sense,
the
'cause you never
film
go up on stage.
progresses, it constantly escalates the stakes and scale of its action, which doesn't devolve into incomprehensible CG murk as it hurtles towards the climax.
Hurtles.
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 Hurtless. Hurt lockers?
Nah, the other one that wasn't done by Spielberg's wife.
Wait, okay, so it keeps going.
And it keeps
What-
escalating the stakes
Keeps
and scale of
escalating
its
the
action.
stakes.
Is this Argyle?
No,
No,
Argyle would
this-
be much higher on the list.
This is
Ironically.
Venom, the Last Dance.
Oh, the Venom, the one where they actually dance.
I didn't
Yes.
watch this one, so you guys take it away.
I have
It's,
not seen it. I love my life.
So Jason, what was your favorite part of this Venom movie? The part where the script was clearly written by an intern while during the writer's strike, or the part where Venom danced?
My part the whole time was Tom Hardy just not caring at all.
Oh, really? Was he
Like,
just
this
phoning
is
it
the
in
biggest
so
phone-in
hard?
he's ever done. He still found a way to do a stupid accent, because it's Tom Hardy, and he loves
Two
Tom
stupid
Hardy.
accents, remember? Because he voices the Venom as well.
Yes, 2 stupid accents. But, like, he Ooh, he just phoned it in. He just had a good time. He did not care about any of it.
He just showed up, read from the teleprompter, collected.
He's like, this is the last one in my contract. I'm out of here.
Also, it has to be said, I'm pretty sure that this film was directed by as big of a foot fetishist as old Tarantino. Because there's a lot of shots of feet and a lot of focus on feet and shoes in this movie.
That is true.
Like, Tom Hardy on screen goes through 4 pairs of shoes and 3 times laments the loss of said shoes.
Well, maybe
And
it's got
also-
ADD. I lost a lot of shoes in my youth.
The whole premise
I
of the
forgive you.
movie is that if they transform fully into Venom, then they'll be tracked down by the big bad. So the movie about Venom, its whole premise is not to show us Venom.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want from my Venom movie. Is
But
to
then it
not
does
see
have
the
an
titular character.
incredibly, what did they say, action scale set piece at the end that doesn't devolve into incomprehensible CG murk, when there's at least 7 different Venoms, one which is Christmas themed, fighting this evil
nice.
hunter thing.
Because you know,
Alien.
it as they explained in the first movie, it's very difficult for the symbiote to find
An airport.
a
It takes months.
host.
It
No,
takes
a
months
host
to
that
find
they
an
can
airport.
actually bond with properly, so that they can transform properly.
I do remember that, I think.
Yeah, and they're just really lucky at the end of the movie that there's that Area 51 is full of scientists that just meet this
Jesus
criteria.
Area
And one
51.
security guard. And one security guard.
And one
You're-
security guard.
Marcus, it's interesting that you say that the director was like a super foot fetishist, because this is the same woman that wrote the 50 Shades of Grey movie. So you might
Oh,
be
wow.
onto something.
I might actually be onto something. Oh my
You
god.
you might have actually hit the nail on its disgusting head.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Martin, terrible father.
Terrible. Terrible.
Terrible
Takes his
father.
kids to alien murders at Area 51.
Yeah.
That's a bad place for children, I think.
He drags them out of school and he cashes in their life savings so they can go on a road trip to Area 51 before it gets decommissioned.
Jesus
And the way
Christ.
they decommission it is with a giant acid shower outside that just destroys things. It's just mega acid. They've just got mega acid in it.
What the fuck? That's awesome.
Yeah. And the only
I feel
way
like
to
I'm being
activate the
cored.
acid shower is with Chiwetel Ejiofor saying a word and looking at a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, they cast so many ex-Marvel people in this. It's crazy.
Although I think my favorite part of the movie is when the big bad, Null, who lives in the void. Do you get it? But do you get it though?
No, I don't get it.
Okay, when the big bad Null, at the end of the movie, has a mid-credit scene where he says, this isn't over, blah blah blah. I'm coming for the world, and you're gonna watch it burn. And then they Sony were just like, they pulled the plug.
And then they just end the universe there. Yeah.
That's
No,
ironic.
it's pretty good.
I don't know. I think that subverts my expectations in a good way.
Yeah.
No, to
Would
be
I
fair,
have
there
liked
was
to see-
one more Sony film released this year that we'll talk about, but
There were 2 more Sony films released this
Yeah,
year
no, but
that
one
we will
released-
talk about.
one released after that.
Oh yes. Yeah, Venom 3, not very good. But
Ah.
Not as
In the-
bad as the 2 that came before.
yeah, it is on the whole, and this really isn't saying much at all, but on the whole, it's a better film than the previous 2.
Yeah, that is a low bar, but it is
Yeah,
interesting.
and a better film than the other 2 Sony released this year.
Yes. Yes, definitely, and according to the numbers.
Our numbers.
Our numbers and Metacritic's numbers.
Our numbers are the only numbers that matter.
Okay, fine.
At least to the viewers.
Yeah, because they're smaller. They only go up to 14 in this case, so it's really easy to keep track.
Yeah. We're the people's rating system.
There we go.
Number 10!
Number
Shut
10.
Hey,
up.
we're cracking
My wife
into the
just
top
brought
10.
me a delicious
Look at
snack.
that.
Kiss my ass.
Look at that, cracking into the
That's a
top
terrible
10.
thing to say to your wife after she's brought you a delicious snack. Dylan.
No, she's happy. Finally granted permission.
You're
This thing is
terrible
A
person.
grade.
For him.
6.5 out of 10.
As with its predecessor, what elevates this film in the cinematic arena is the ways its
This is Gladiator
themes
2.
and dialogue underpin its outrageous spectacle. The
Oh.
writer-director's
Oh.
script is also fiercely intelligent.
Oh no! Oh, when you use the word intelligent, that's just immediately. I don't
it's
know.
like,
Something
yes,
about that
this-
just is like
this script
aggressively
has-
triggeringly.
No, because it's like saying, yes, the script has words, and they are composed within sentences. What do you mean the script is intelligent? What does that
Yes,
mean?
we're talking
The
about
script has a
Gladiator
brain
2.
injury?
The script is intelligent, which means if you don't like it, you're not smart.
No, but it's also like, oh yeah, as opposed to what? The script has a head injury. Like, what is the opposite of that?
The script
sorry,
is in a
just the writer,
persistent
not the writer-director.
vegetative state.
Yeah.
There's nothing we
The
can
script
do.
has communicated to us from the great beyond.
Well, for just a visualization of what that would be, just look higher on the list.
Yes, I suppose so. Head injury scripts. But man, Ridley, fucking hang it up, bro. It's over. It's
Yeah.
over.
That
It's
interview
so,
with
it's
his,
so fucking over.
Would you
was it? Was
say
it
it's
his- was it
even
his,
Jover?
The cinematographer who was talking about how like
Oh yeah, how he just runs.
He just doesn't
through
give a
scenes
shit
and never
anymore.
blocks through anything and just.
yeah, he's
puts
like,
as
yeah, let's
many
just capture. You
Let's
can't
just get
light anything
coverage.
properly,
Let's just get
yeah.
coverage.
Because I
Let's
want to
just-
film it from 5 angles at once and get out of here. Like, oh, shit's in the shot. It's fine. We'll take that out in post.
Fucking
Don't
whatever.
worry about it.
Fix it. Like he has become fix it in post. The man whose blocking and framing in his early works are some of the greatest examples of that has become every scene is a Russian box. Every fucking scene is shoot for coverage. No matter what. God, this movie was so fucking bizarre. It was so weird. It had the most rapid fire because like think about Gladiator 1. Think about any good movie, actually any good historical epic. One of the key things about what makes them so engaging is how much room actors have to breathe in their scenes, to
Yeah.
live the world, to bring you in, to make you give a shit. The edits on Gladiator 2 feels like a Michael Bay movie, but faster.
Christ.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
You are sprinting.
So like
And I
Michael Bay,
mean
but
it.
he's had coffee.
Yeah, like Michael Bay, but he's had coffee, and in that coffee is crystal meth. Because you are fucking sprinting at a rapid pace from scene to 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 scene. Halfway through, I actually had to kind of take stock and be like, wait, fuck, did I miss something? And then I realized, no, I hadn't. This is just edited together like a fucking crackhead. And I feel bad for the editor because I know that he can do better. This is absolutely Ridley sitting behind him in the booth, poking him, saying, no, cut that out, put that in, cut that out, put that in, make that faster, put that there. That's absolutely not the editor's fault. Because you can see the edits themselves are not poorly done. They're just massively fucked in pacing. And that is Ridley's fault. God damn, it's terrible. And all the actors are so weirdly directed. Like, every single actor feels like they were directed by a different person. And I kind of think they were. Because Ridley was probably just directing one person and then he just left the ADs to do the rest. And fucking Denzel Washington tries his best. Like man has had his back shattered for just doing like his best puckish rogue thing and doing his charisma. But because he's not being directed, it doesn't really go anywhere. That energy just kind of sits with him and doesn't like transfer to the other characters. Also, the like they cast for like look in terms of Pedro Pascal and Paul Mescal. Those are two of the most Roman looking motherfuckers out there. Great look. But again, their performances are nothing. They wilt in every scene they're in. Like, you don't even you barely remember that the whole movie is about Paul Mescal's character because he's got no fucking charisma. Nothing.
Do you think
And-
Pedro Pascal doesn't have charisma because he doesn't have to look after a small child?
Spoiler alert.
Oh God, does he?
Oh no!
He is looking
Oh, that's
after a
good.
child. Kind of. Tangentially, he's looking after a child. But
Okay,
no,
Tad,
like,
you actually, he's not like directly involved. It's like his son or
there's the god. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you watch it if you want. But like, yeah,
Never.
like, and it's so weird because Paul Mescal is a good actor. Like, fuck, he's acted in some amazing dramas. Like, man has it. He's a good actor, but he's just nothing in this movie. He's a blank. You forget that the movie is about him, and it's so fucking funny that as the movie enters the third act, the writer is just like, oh shit, I'm in the biggest fucking corner. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh shit, what do I do now? And the end sequence is basically in broad strokes, Denzel Washington's gladiator stable manager basically accrues enough power to seize the Roman throne from the corrupt emperors because they're idiots and he's smart, and then he's like, I've won, I've got the entire Praetorian Guard at my back, I am in charge of Rome.
I've won, Anakin. I have the higher ground.
Let me run out to the gates of Rome and fight this fucking gladiator. I'm gonna go do that now. I'm not gonna get my entire army to kill him as he rides past them. And I'm not gonna get them to kill his army that's coming to support him. No. I'm gonna 1v1 him. This gladiator who's just murked everybody.
1v1 me, bro.
Like, and then he just dies immediately, because of course he does. And then the movie is over. And the whole thing is also just fucking like this weird, shitty, lazy Trump analog of like, oh, the bad dictator, but now we have good dictator. And it's just like, oh, it's so boring and so shitty. Fuck this movie and fuck Ridley Scott. Ugh.
Sad.
No, it is sad.
I
got
can't wait
so
for your
sad.
rage to slowly rise with each one of these.
I'm enjoying this so much.
Oh, it gets much worse. I know, like, spoiler alert: Ridley Scott isn't the only senile old white man to feature.
No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Oh yeah, wait, fuck. I'm gonna talk about this because another thing that was so great about the Gladiator 1 was the incredible action set pieces. Amazing scenes that, again, took their time. You had time with them. In this one, they're over so fucking fast. Like, within, 2 minutes, each gladiator fight is over. And, some of them are massive set pieces. Like, they fill the Colosseum with water and they have a fucking ship battle with sharks. That, on paper, sounds like the raddest shit ever. But it is over in less than 3 minutes. And
right.
How is the score? Did the score still sound like Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, the score barely featured. I didn't even remember the score.
To be fair, Gladiator score was written before Pirates.
Yeah, it was, but every time I watch it, I just can't hear the Pirates.
Yeah, I don't listen to Pirates and think this sounds like Gladiator. It's always the other way around.
The thing is that much like other sequel films that are dog shit, constantly the movie gives you full flashbacks to a better film with better music, and then you're just like, oh fuck, I should just go watch that actually. That's the whole thing you think of, because they just keep using the same music cues, and you're like, oh man, I should rewatch Gladiator. Not like, oh man, I'm really enjoying this feels really good. Also, the whole fucking journey of Paul Mescal's character, pretty much exactly mirrors Maximus's.
Yeah, it's the same film, right?
It's pretty much the same film with slight tweaks, and way shittier. Rubbish.
That's wild.
Hang it up, Ridley. Fucking number 9. Let's go.
Number 9.
Number 9.
My rage engine is chugging.
It's a travesty, a disaster, a blight on the history of superheroes and cinema itself. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
We're talking about Madam Web?
Madam Web!
Oh,
Madam Web. Wow, Madam Web is high up on our list.
Yeah, Madam Web was a piece of shit. And look, I will say one thing. and one thing only for Madam Web, and it was the only Sony because I watched Craven just a couple hours ago,
no.
which sucked. But Madam Web, for some reason, Sony was like, "Yo, we've got a lot of new lenses and cameras. We should really demo them." So the DOP work and a lot of the shots look really good, like technically really good, like shooting and framing and lights and like camera work. But like, god damn, that movie is a mess, a hot mess. Can you imagine being those poor actors who were the Spider Women's, who were like, "Yeah, we're gonna train for months to be the Spider Women's." Oh yeah, no, your thing will be a flashback of 6 seconds.
One single, flash forward,
Yeah.
so
dreamy flash
excuse me.
forward, and
With
that is
Vaseline
all
smeared
you
lenses.
fucking get. Well, you're definitely
Yeah.
gonna get a sequel. Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
no, any day,
I
now.
like
Any day. They're gonna call.
I like how Ben Parker is just the same Ben from Parks and Rec.
From Parks and Rec,
Parks
which
and
is
Rec.
Just
which is
Ben.
if this was a good film, that would be like a
That'd be a
legendary
hilarious
piece of
joke.
trivia that people
Yeah.
just loved. Like, ha ha ha! But now it is just, it's just
dog
sad.
water.
It's like sticking a cherry into a dog turd
God, I love that
and looking
villain.
very proud of yourself.
I love that villain. The villain whose every single word was ADR'd by
Yep.
someone who was not really watching the screen, I guess, when they were doing
I
the
think it's
ADR.
literally just a case of like they just rewrote his dialogue. in
Yeah,
post.
it really feels like that because it
And then
feels like I
then he
was
did his
watching a
ADR
dubbed
like on
movie
an iPhone in an elevator somewhere.
in a
and
basement.
just WhatsApp voice noted it.
It was just asked like, "Hey, don't you have like a Hispanic uncle?" Yeah, but he doesn't have a recording studio. He's not a voice actor. It's fine. He can just record the lines in his car. It's
Yeah, it's
fine.
fine.
It's the
Don't
same.
worry about
We'll
him.
fix it.
It's
We'll
fine.
fix it in post. We are in post. We'll fix it.
This is us fixing it right now.
The double
my
bill.
favorite. Oh,
Oh,
God.
sorry, Jess.
Yeah. No,
The
no,
double
go
bill
ahead.
of this film and another film was so bad, and Jason can attest to this, that by the next day I was ill, and it was the sickest I was all of
Yeah,
last
we were
year.
gonna say, but Fadir was like, I can't.
Like, I literally had to go home, and I was in bed for about a week. I was so fucking sick.
this
And I
movie
blame
gave
this
me
film
COVID.
and one other film on this list for that entirely.
I appreciate that in this film, Madam Web got taken out by the big C, and it wasn't cancer. It was just a physically big letter C.
A
Yes.
very large C. I like how the villain.
Oh no, wait, it was a P from the Pepsi side. It
Yeah,
wasn't
the
Coca-Cola,
Pepsi.
it was Pepsi.
The big P, Panzer.
Yeah.
I like how the
and it wasn't even
villains-
Panzer.
the villain's main weakness in this just seemed to be a car. They just nailed him with a car. That seemed to really fuck him up.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that the dialogue, "My mother was studying spiders in the Amazon when I had to give birth in a cave with magical spider people," is not a meme, but in fact real. That's a real thing. That writers sat
Was that in
down
the
and
film?
were
I thought it
like,
was just in the
"Yes."
trailer.
No, that was real. That was another part
You
of
might have forgotten it.
ADR.
My mother was pregnant in the Amazon.
Yes.
Jesus
I
Christ.
also like the barbecue that they go to, where she's just holding the Pepsi.
The drink all the
towards
time. She loves
camera
holding the
whole
Pepsi.
time and
Never open,
opens
just
it.
playing with the tab.
Just
Yeah.
going like, "Ooh, look at me, I'm a Pepsi can."
Oh man.
Oh, it's a bad movie.
Pepsi,
It
the
was-
taste
it
for
was-
the new generation.
It was a lot of fun though. It was a fun hate watch. It was one of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
only real
The-
fun hate watches on this list.
The analogy
Yeah.
that I like to use is because we argued a lot about whether this film or another film was worse. And with this film, it's like watching two toddlers, like just old enough to sort of move around on their own locomotion, rubbing shit on each other. And it's like, this is bad, but it's kind of cute. Like, they don't know any better. And it's like, it's gross, but it's And then the other film is like watching two grown men rub shit on each other. Who should really fucking know better. It's not cute.
Someone
And it's
should
not cute at
stop
all.
them and put
they're
them
wearing
in jail.
trilbies.
Look, I'm just really with this whole Spider-Verse thing ending. I'm just really, really sad that we're not going to be able to bully Jared Leto into literally saying it's Morbin time in the sequel.
I'm
Well,
gonna
if his
go-
career goes
Look,
badly
we got a
enough,
Tron movie
he might
with
end
him
up on
coming out.
Cameo, and then you can
Yes.
do it.
He won't end up on Cameo because he's got a cult that he can ask for things.
Oh, that's true.
Damn, that is true.
And he's
Anyway,
always got
Ma-
that
yeah,
successful
Madam
band to fall
Web-
back on.
Like Madam Web, like Morbius before it, as you said, is at least a fun hate watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fun.
yeah,
hate
yeah,
watch.
absolutely.
Terrible movie. Check it out.
Yeah. The next one
Fucking
though is a
abysmal.
terrible movie, and
Was
you
not
shouldn't
fun
check
for,
it out.
For Dakota Johnson, though.
No,
No.
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 She
okay,
can't even
sorry.
remember how most of it.
Actually, can I quickly just sidestep one moment, one little detour?
Yeah.
I was just thinking, we mentioned Michael Bay just now, right? And how Michael
did.
Bay is sort of like redeeming himself a little bit by being
Yeah.
virulently anti-AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just
He
I
wants
was just wondering,
explosions
and
and-
also
and-
like with all these sort of, misconduct allegations against like a lot of people we may have traditionally been fans of. Has Michael Bay ever like had sort of sexual harassment scandals or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Has he?
Well,
Yes.
well, not like big ones,
Well,
but like
the
he
entirety
did
around
overly
Megan
sec-
Fox.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking. I'm just trying to figure out like how derailed this
stands.
timeline is and how strange it is, and just trying to orientate myself because I just realized if it turns out that he's like a Tom Hanks level perfect gentleman with everything else I'm finding out, I'm going to be very
You
unsettled.
gotta like sit and like
No,
really
like
reevaluate some
he
stuff.
does have.
Yeah,
He
you
do-
have
he
to really,
does-
really rethink some shit.
He doesn't have any allegations, but he is a known creep.
Yeah, he's a creep,
Yeah, yeah.
but he isn't.
He cast an underage Megan Fox and then made her dance in practically underwear under a waterfall.
Yeah.
All right. I mean that's bad, but it's also just for my peace of mind. That's good.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying from
Yes.
context.
Yeah. We are, from context, we understand what
Legally.
you're
Obviously,
saying.
Twitter is going to take this out of context, but in context, okay, good.
It's fine. It's fine.
So, shall we talk about number 8?
Number eight.
Number 8.
Number 8. Oh, I got my mojo back, guys.
Oh, you got it
Yes.
back.
This
You just
film
needed to
proud of
hate.
myself.
It's so powerful, Dion. Anything is possible if you.
This film gets closer to any of its predecessors to understanding the silly, entertaining freedom of shedding continuity. Then again, maybe it's best that this misbegotten series quits while it's just barely ahead.
Hold on a second. Is
Craven?
this a Jurassic World?
Raven the Hunter.
Craven the
Craven
Hunter.
the Hunter.
I didn't realize there was a Jurassic World last year.
Yeah.
So, Russell Crowe was on this.
I mean,
He-
kind
he-
of. He
And-
was in it.
He was in it. He was in it.
He was
Yeah.
in it.
And he was asked about working on it after the whole thing with Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnston?
I think Johnson. Dakota Johnson.
Dakota J.
Yeah.
DJ.
Dakota.
So he said, it can be challenging working in a blue screen world when you have to convince yourself a lot more than just the internal machinations of your character. But for anything to be, and you can't make this a direct comment on her because I don't know her and I don't know what she went through. And the fact that you can have a shit experience on a film, yeah, you can. But is that the Marvel process? I'm not sure you could say that. I haven't had a bad experience. And then he later went on to say, with J.C. Chandor on Craven, I'm just bringing a little weight to the circumstances, so the young actors have got an actor they can bounce off. Going to work with J.C. was fun, you know. So many of these directors have a certain level of skill. Think about what's required, right? They have a certain level of skill. Just think about what's required.
Just think about what's
Oh my
required.
God.
Just do the bare minimum.
Wow.
So,
Oh.
so Thomas, you watched this
I watched this
earlier today.
mere hours ago. My
Okay.
favorite movie is when the rhino screams.
My favorite
Then
one
the
is
rhino
when the
grips sink
impenetrable rhino.
and goes. But
It
like
goes- Oh, there it
lamer.
is.
And goes, your Discord silenced you super hard there, Thomas.
Oh,
Oh, you got censored.
I was just attempting to do the scream.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Audacity would have caught that.
Yeah. I like I like how in this movie that Aaron Taylor Johnson has like 17 different accents.
I thought you were gonna say 17.
That's called
different
range,
abs.
Marcus.
I
That's
like
called
how-
range.
No character was allowed to speak with her actual accent.
No,
That's hilarious.
Illegal. Especially the guy who changes accents because he's a chameleon. Do you get it? 'Cause he can
Yeah.
change.
Oh.
Oh,
And he
right,
goes
they
to a
reveal that
special
Craven's
doctor.
brother is the
The
chameleon.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. I like the investigative lawyer, a very real job that is very real.
Yes.
Is also a secret super botanist magic lady, Archer.
Well, you see, Craven the Hunter, who quite expertly hides his name, Craven off.
Yeah, no one would ever know.
No one would
that's
ever know.
crazy.
I
guess he's not Craven the smart guy. That's fair. That's fair. Like, it's not. His name is not Craven the smart.
like
Or Craven the
how he's
Riddler.
the best hunter and tracker, but then needs help hunting and tracking.
Well, look, everything's a collaborative effort. It's like filmmaking.
It's
Tracking,
like filmmaking.
filmmaking.
Yeah, look, you just need to think about what's required.
You just gotta think about what's required. And you know what's required? Definitely not the animators ever Googling, how does a lion walk? How does a snow leopard walk? How does a buffalo walk? Because, Jesus Christ, none of those animals looked remotely real. Remotely.
Craven
You know who
didn't even
looked-
look real when he
Yeah,
was
Craven
moving.
did look real. Rhino also did look real.
There's an amazing moment where I caught it because, yeah, I was watching it too carefully and I caught it. But there's actually like VFX artifacting in one of the shots
In
where
a couple of the shots.
where he jumps down from his brother's apartment like onto the
Yeah,
side
yeah.
of the building. Like inexplicably, some of the tiles just become red. Like it's part of a lighting rig that is not meant to shine through and is then shining through bizarrely
Wow.
when he comes down the side of the building. Yeah, it's bad.
I'm gonna look at that right now.
I-
So when he
I-
jumps
I
off the
do-
building.
When
I
he jumps
do
off the building,
have
when he
it-
jumps, yeah, and like he smashes into it, like bits of it just become red.
Okay.
It's fucking weird.
I do have to give this movie one prop.
All right,
Just the
let's hear
one.
the prop. Let us hear the prop.
The fact
Single
that
solitary prop.
that they like, I don't know if you've seen what Calypso his love interest looks like in the
No,
comics.
I have no idea who any of these characters are.
Okay, I'm gonna send you an image on Discord, and I'm not going to put it on screen for our viewsters because I
wouldn't do that
believe
to
that would
them.
constitute a hate crime.
Oh wow, is that bad?
And you're gonna see, and like, I'm glad they actually tried not to stay too close to the comics.
Oh
for
yeah, is
this
it just
one.
a super racist thing?
Look at it.
Oh. Hmm.
Oh. Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, I like the updated look. It's good. It's good. Updated look.
It's definitely an improvement, I would say.
Look, I like the whole movie through. I'm just like, why the fuck is Christopher Abbott here, bro? What are you doing? I understand you are collecting a bag, but you are a better actor than this. God.
There is Oh my god, you're right, Thomas.
Yeah, like a part of the building just becomes red
Yeah.
because they've obviously got some sort of lighting map that is shining red light, but then
And it makes it look like the face bricks next to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly the face bricks next to it. That's hilarious.
VFX. How do you do it?
It is at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 16 seconds in, Marcus.
Cool.
God damn. Oh, it's such a bad movie.
Also, it
I like
spends
the-
very little time with Craven the Hunter hunting.
Yeah.
Okay, I like.
He's
just
more of
because
Craven
I-
the Hunted.
Yeah.
Because I don't know this character. I don't know this character from fucking Larry. But isn't Kraven the Hunter a villain?
That's
Yes.
this whole premise for the Sony universe is like with Venom and Morbius. They're doing villains, but maybe they're anti-heroes. But no, they're villains.
Okay. Okay.
Craven is a villain,
Yeah.
but
Venom is an anti-hero.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Craven does have look, in some of the comic arcs, he is a very sympathetic villain.
Craven's Last Hunt is like one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, Craven's Last Hunt
Comic
is
arcs.
incredibly well written, and you should read it. But like most of the time, Craven is just this guy who hunts people. And he wants to hunt Spider-Man
sport.
because Spider-Man is, the greatest prey. Because he's so
Why would
hard
the greatest
to hunt.
prey be like Galactus?
No.
Because Galactus is just one creature and Spider-Man is like Spider and Man.
Yes,
Oh,
and also Sony doesn't have
shit.
the rights to Galactus.
Ah. It's all coming
Actually, I
together.
just played at the speed of about half an hour a day for the last 3 weeks. I've played Spider-Man 2, and Craven is real good in that too.
You didn't tell me that.
I'm so sorry, Jason. I'm so sorry for playing this game 2 years after it came out.
It's so good though, right?
The game parts are amazing. I have some issues with the writing.
The writing is choppy, yes, but the game is
it written by
man,
Neil Druckmann?
some of
on
it.
everything.
What was that quote that was doing the rounds recently, where it feels like AAA games dialogue feels like it was written with HR in the room?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it is so vanilla and devoid of conflict until there's like actual life or death stakes.
Yeah,
But the rest
yeah.
of the time, everyone is just like, no
Hey
one
guy,
has
what's up?
issues or jealous or every time you think like, here comes conflict, the person just goes, I understand and I value you, and that's it. Just like, Jesus Christ.
Dare these people have
Feel
healthy
something!
relationships.
Feel something!
Someone get angry at someone.
Experience an emotion!
But the actual
Funny-
gameplay part is fucking incredible. Jesus
Funny you should
Christ.
mention emotion, Thomas. Because I
do
think
that
the
sometimes.
next film would have done better with
Which is number 7.
less of that. Yes, number
Number
7.
Number 7.
Number 7.
Dion, you got your mojo back. Do the thing.
Number 7. Sorry, I'm distracted. I was watching. You mentioned the CGI, so I'm watching a Craven fight scene on YouTube in the background, and it is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Craven versus Rhino. Full. Jesus, look at
Full
Rhino. What the fuck?
Yeah, honestly, I think they made the right choice when you put Paul Giamatti in a robot suit for that
Yeah.
version of Rhino.
Yeah.
Unambiguously, yes.
Yeah,
That
because
is
it was a
the
very
better.
good advert for the holdovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking love the holdovers.
Oh my god. Okay, anyway, I'm closing this tab. It's too distracting. Oh, sorry, carry on. Number 7?
Number 7.
Yeah, number 7.
Number 7.
In the end, what matters is the movie. A brash, often beautiful, sometimes clotted, nakedly personal testament. It's a little nuts, but our movies could use more craziness, more passion,
This is
feeling,
Joker
and
2.
nerve.
This is Joker 2.
They could use
Oh,
a
fuck
lot
off.
more
Joker
of the
Folly Doo.
love that the director has for cinema.
Joker
Which
Reloaded.
he continues to pry from the industry's death crypt by
Oh,
insisting
yeah!
that
Oh,
film
no.
is
Yeah.
art.
No.
Oh yeah, nothing says
No.
prying my art from the studio's hands like the director of the fucking Hangover series.
Oh, if only this were the Joker 2.
Oh shit, what?
What?
We're talking about Megalopolis.
Oh my god! No! No! Remember, just read Ayn Rand and invent the Travelator. That
Yeah.
will save the world. I'm not joking. That's the plot of Megalopolis.
What
I'm not
the
joking.
fuck?
Yeah.
I am not joking.
The Travelator.
Also have
The
a
Travelator.
also have a fascist cousin.
Yeah. Again with the laziest Trump analog like milk toast weak shit ever.
This movie is so fucking ugly.
It's so ugly. It's
So ugly.
Also,
But it's got
it
Adam
features-
Driver in it, and he's beautiful.
No, he is beautiful. He is again. He is going all in.
Yeah,
He obviously very early on realized that this was a steaming pile of shit, but he's just gonna fucking go with it. He's just gonna give 150% full dedication, Nicolas Cage style. Don't give a shit, going all in.
Yeah.
It's actually impressive.
And he does go
how-
all in.
He at one point I think I will remember this line until the light leaves my eyes and I die. At one point he says to another character, "Do you think a year of med school allows you to plow through the riches of my Emersonian mind?" And then she says, "What?" And he says, "Yes, yes, yes."
What?
And that is the delivery.
Yes.
What?
That
Yes,
is the
no, that
delivery.
happens.
No.
I really
Yes.
I actually do recommend like we said that Madam Web is the only fun hate watch on this list. Megalopolis is a fun hate watch on this, but it is ugly as sin. God damn, it is like a high budget Neil Breen ugly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. That is
Yeah.
cutting.
Yeah,
is-
no, it. Ooh,
Really. Megalon.
Megalon. Yeah, they make a super substance called Megalon that can be whatever you want, and that'll create the utopian future. But the only way you can do that and build with it is if you get an architect who can control time.
Yes.
Then why don't they call it Megalonpolis?
Because that would make sense.
Okay, nah. Got it.
Okay, I'm understanding now.
It's bonkers.
It is also a good film to add to lists because you get to see Shia LaBeouf get his shit wrecked, which is
Yeah.
always fun.
That's
That's
always fun.
That always feels good when that happens.
That was one of my favorite parts about Fury.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you should watch. Yeah, that's one reason to watch Megalopolis. The other reason to watch Megalopolis is to watch.
Aubrey Plaza was also pretty good.
Aubrey Plaza
actually.
just having the most.
Yeah, she's
fun.
having a real moment the last while.
She
An
plays
Aubrey
a character
Plaza
called
songs.
she plays a character called WoW Platinum.
Yes,
Like World of Warcraft Platinum.
yes.
No, like WoW Platinum.
What is that? Like copper? No, it's platinum. Wow, platinum?
Exactly.
That's cool. Do they say it with a question mark every time?
No, but it is always said very emphatically.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
then I'm pretty convinced it is probably World of Warcraft and not just WoW.
It would make about as much sense as anything else in this movie.
And hey, don't you like how loosely that America is New Rome? Did you get that?
Wow.
Did you get that
What?
though?
Like an empire in decline. What? Whoa, what? That's so and then like a populist leader comes out, but he's actually a rich guy, and he doesn't have the public's best interests at heart, and he's actually a fascist. But like the new leadership is good though. They would never do that.
Mm-hmm. It's
It is
thing.
funny because like all of the actors, like, although the screenplay is dog shit, all of the actors in it are good actors. They are. You've got Adam Driver. Shia LaBeouf is a piece of shit, but he's mostly a good actor. You've got Aubrey Plaza in it. She's good. You've got
Dustin Hoffman, Lawrence Fishburne.
yeah, like you've got these good actors. And what's the other guy? The Breaking Bad guy.
Giancarlo
Bryan
Esposito.
No, the other one.
Giancarlo
Es-
Esposito.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito. Like, these are all good actors, and they are, for the most part, like, acting. But the female lead that they have playing opposite Adam Driver is terrible. In every scene she is in, she is distractingly bad at everything she's doing. It is like, it felt like a weird joke, like an inside joke that I was watching, that they cast this actor who cannot act and cannot take direction to be in this movie opposite Adam Driver, because it's the same thing that happened with Silence, where Andrew Garfield was opposite Adam Driver, and Driver just acted circles around him and made him look like a fucking fool. And the same
100%.
Yeah, the same thing happened with this movie. It's like she's constantly next to better actors than her. And normally that's okay if you've got a director that can push and pull your actors to bounce off each other well. But like either she just wasn't directed or just cannot take direction, because she's terrible in her delivery, in her everything. Bad, 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 bad. She's one of the Game of Thrones kids. She's not a Game of Thrones kid, but she's one of the people that career exists because of Game of Thrones. She was nothing before Game of Thrones. Now she is attempting to be something. I don't know her name.
Emilia Clarke?
Natalie
know.
Emmanuel. Most
Don't ask me.
recently,
No
she
idea.
was in that.
That vampire movie, The Invitation,
Yeah,
which
The Invitation.
is dog shit, and she's bad in that too. So I'm seeing a
Idris Elba?
Oh,
Oh.
her.
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know a lot of actors.
She's also in Fast and the Furious 7, 8, 9, and 10 somewhere.
You're the
Yeah,
Fast
she
and
was
the
the
Furious
hacker,
expert.
wasn't she?
I don't know.
Oh, Charlize Theron.
No, that's the other hacker.
Michelle
She was
Rodriguez.
also in
How many
Army of
hackers-
Thieves, apparently.
No. Michelle Rodriguez is not a hacker, okay? She's just Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, she does punch and drive.
Yeah.
In that order.
Oh, she actually in one of those films. I accidentally got something almost right.
God damn it. Anyway, do we want to move on to
Danny
number
Trejo.
Metropolis
6?
is bad. Moving on to
Number 6.
Number 6.
I just realized that I have 6 left that we haven't gone through on my thingy, so I know what these are now.
Oh, no.
Oh, you
no.
think you do. You think you do. But you don't know in what order they are.
No, I don't.
No, I'm pretty sure I know what number 1 is.
I'm pretty sure I know what number 1 and 2 are.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably a given. The director and writer have delivered the last thing anyone expected. A socially responsible movie that finds an intriguing way to
Joker
explore
Folie do. I'm sorry.
intriguing way to explore the consequences, both on and off screen, of the first film.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Fans
Yep,
shouldn't
that's
cry
funny.
too hard, though. Warner Brothers has cleverly found a way to leave the door open a little for the franchise to continue, should the need arise.
Oh, because at the end Harvey Dent got his face exploded.
Yes, Harvey Dent got his face exploded.
No,
Harley
and
walks away.
spoiler alert, Joaquin Phoenix wasn't the Joker, actually.
Yes, it's
Actually,
true.
he wasn't
It's
the
true.
Joker.
Remember, not only is this movie not a musical, but but Joaquin Phoenix is not the Joker. So
That is
saith the director
Fucking
multiple
phenomenal.
times. The movie, whose first movie spent the entire time talking about his true vision of what the Joker would be and how this man is the Joker and how you must call me the Joker, but I'm actually not the Joker.
Isn't it just
isn't about the
Joker? No, the.
No, the.
You're
oh,
such
it's
a
legally
joker, Annie.
distinct. Yo, this movie was bad. I watched this as I watched all these terrible movies with my loving, long-suffering, wonderful wife, and they are a musical like connoisseur and expert, and they nearly tore their fucking eyes out at how bad the musical numbers were.
Mm-hmm. It also
Like-
doesn't operate the way a musical should, so it's not a
But-
musical.
But as you said, not for lack of trying.
Yeah.
Because you could tell that he fucking had designs on this grand musical, then realized very late in the game, oh
That
wait,
Lin-Manuel
I've made
Miranda was not available.
Yeah.
I've made a dog shit musical. let me course correct in the press so that when people say, "Hey, this is a dog shit musical," I can say, but I didn't make a musical.
Is that why Lady Gaga had to say it's not a musical?
I just
look,
made a movie where characters work out scenes and emotions via song. You know?
I like how Phillips was able to inject like his politics in the movie by making like the only female character a terrible person who sexually assaults the mentally ill, because that's what women do.
That you know, I really like how
Hashtag not all women.
how
No. All women, according to Todd Phillips.
according to this Philip, yeah, I really like how fucking evident it was that he was like, okay, for my first movie, I just wholesale ripped off King of Comedy, Falling Down, and Taxi Driver. I can't do that this time. I have to make my own movie. What am I gonna do? Oh shit. It's actually quite hard to make a movie when you're not just riffing off your betters. Isn't it, Todd?
Isn't it Toddador?
Todd.
The courtroom sequences were so boring. I
Right?
didn't care about anything happening in that courtroom. God damn.
Beautiful.
Oh, it was such a boring movie. And it was also ugly. Yo.
Have you ever considered that perhaps you're just not smart enough?
Like
your IQ
Yeah,
isn't high enough?
maybe.
I'm just not smart enough for Joker Part the 2 Folie Ado.
More like
Folie
Foley
a don't.
doo.
No, Marcus.
Oh,
No,
God.
don't
Yeah,
stoop
but
to their level.
number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Fine, we can move on to number 5.
Number 5.
Number 4.
Number 5.
At its core, it's a light-hearted romp that riffs on a lot of the soap opera tropes that cross over into the realm. Dumb fun might get thrown around a lot with this director's films, and it might be true, but this one does try to be smart in its execution.
This is Argyle. And I hate that.
It's Argyle.
Yeah.
I hated this movie. Hate.
That
Hate's a strong word.
that
Hate is
entire
the
back
only
half.
word.
Yeah.
I was so furious.
I'm
And you
with
know
you,
what?
man.
You were so furious, but still, this movie could have pulled everything back with one moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the worst part. It finally it got the olive branch from the universe, and it was like, we can forgive everything. Just do this
Just
one
make
thing. And they
Henry
were like,
Cavill
nah.
and John Cena kiss, and we'll be happy.
Yeah. The moment was set up. It was perfect. I was like, oh, it's all been leading to this. I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. It's going to be amazing. And then they were like, nah.
I think
movie.
I nearly vibrated to a new plane of existence of pure hatred while watching this movie. Because, like, we talk about...
Thomas out here
Some of-
accessing
For
the
context,
hate force.
listeners, this is the movie we double billed with Madam Web.
Yes.
Wow, I thought it was the other one that's still
No,
coming.
This movie is like two grown men rubbing shit on each other.
It is, because they should fucking know better. Every single person involved should know better. And they just don't, and they just keep
made
rubbing
a
shit.
bullshit
And they're
movie.
getting it
Not
on my
only-
fucking carpet and on my couches.
Not only did they make a bullshit movie, but they lifted the premise of this movie from Romancing the Stone.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what are we doing here? Also, God, the back half of that movie is unwatchable. Like, it's some of
Absolutely.
the worst. Like, it's like from a technical filmmaking perspective, it's some of the worst filmmaking I have ever seen.
And
in
some of
my
the worst
life.
representations of physics.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
like ever.
But I did,
that entire
I did like
sequence-
ice skating on oil. I
I
did
mean,
like
on
ice skating on
oil
oil
made
while
me
shooting
wanna-
people after just saying, oh no, we can't fire our guns because there's oil everywhere.
It's,
Ice skating on oil made me want to kill myself. That movie, that whole scene was lit like a fucking MasterCard commercial. There
and
were
they
no
did
shadows.
they do
on
that fucking
anything.
thing which you have to earn. That's the worst part, is that thing where it's all the colors and the colored
You mean that moment
smoke.
where they were using
yes,
the
yes.
world's most obvious, poorly done CG face replacements with the masks? Where they were like,
Yes.
fuck, we can't get Rockwell and what's her name, Nepo Baby, to do these action sequences. How are we going to pull them off? I know, put them in masks and CG face replace them.
And then
But
I know
make
this
it look
isn't the
really
biggest
shit.
This isn't the biggest sin in the world, but it is the most transparent studio / record label
Oh, yeah.
shenanigans
Oh, yeah.
placement, where it's like, this was our song. They say about a Beatles
8
song that got
times?
released just 2 or 3 months before this fucking film came out.
Yup. So not
Fuck
only is
you.
it bad technically, but it's
And
soulless
it's not
artistically.
Yes, it's creatively and artistically bankrupt and stupid and insulting, and I hate
It's
it.
insulting. It is. Argyle is insulting to watch. It is fucking insulting. You feel like someone just slapped you for 2 hours,
And they-
not in a
who-
fun way.
And whoever did Bryce Dallas Howard's hair,
Bryce Dallas Howard, that's her name.
hair for the fucking Jurassic World movies, obviously also has beef with Henry Cavill.
Yes.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
It's so bad. And like, you've got to work really fucking hard to make me hate Sam Rockwell, because I love Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate it. By the end of that movie, I fucking hated his guts.
Yeah.
I've forgiven him now, because I rewatched Moon. Obviously.
Oh god, Moon's good.
Yeah, rewatch that. And he's great. But no, that movie is an insult to life.
Yeah.
It was written by a man called Jason Fuchs, and I think that sums up the movie pretty well.
I mean, I've heard he does, but, you don't have to rub it in.
Look,
That's a Argyle level joke.
It's just another piece of shit movie on this list that features oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of the first one. Oh yeah, and also the fucking bullshit lazy studio tie-in for is it in the Kingsman universe? Isn't it in the Kingsman universe?
Oh, I forgot about that.
From the
forgot about
twisted
that.
mind of Matthew Vaughn, we don't know.
I'm so scared to watch the first Kingsman movie again.
Yeah, to realize that actually it sucked shit.
Yeah.
Alert! It does. Don't
Oh,
rewatch
no.
it.
Oh no, I enjoyed that, Thomas.
Don't rewatch it, man. Don't rewatch it.
But,
You
can I
heard it here
rewatch
first.
the church scene though?
You can always rewatch the church scene.
Yeah, you can rewatch the church scene on YouTube.
I mean, with Colin Firth and fucking Freebird playing in the background, just like
you
murking
can-
Christians. Like, I like that though.
No, you can rewatch that, but trust me, don't rewatch it.
Okay, I won't rewatch the movie where, oh god, Samuel L. Jackson has a lisp in that movie.
Yes,
Yeah, he does.
Kingsman. Wait a minute, isn't Samuel L. Jackson also in Argyle?
Yes.
So
But-
it
but
can't be in the same universe.
No, but it might be. But you see, it might be because
Wait, is
like
he in Argyle?
no, yeah, he is. He's the big spy guy that they go to
Alfred
at the
Solomon,
end.
he's the big
get
sky
all
guy
the
in
stuff.
France.
Oh yes, he is.
You know, with his Batman machine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dion, speaking of shitty morally and creatively bankrupt things for this movie
Yes.
as well, Dua Lipa produced the theme song for the movie that she then mandated she had to be in.
Which one's Dua Lipa?
The one where
in
every
the
song
beginning.
sounds vaguely like a song from the 80s that you heard, and you can kind of half remember, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
Exactly.
And that's their entire discography.
Okay.
I don't know. I
Oh,
haven't
that
heard,
one. I see.
I haven't heard her music, but she's the one in the beginning with the twirly whirly.
Yes,
The
I see.
twirly-whirly.
I see.
Number 4?
Fury.
Number 4.
Are we
fuck.
ready for number 4?
I don't know.
Just looking at my list of what's next, no.
Thomas sounds warmed up.
Because either way, this is going to induce mega rage in Thomas and probably myself.
This film is infectiously fun, raucous, and in the 8-year-old sense, awesome. One will not take away much from this film, but you'll leave the theater with a big damn fool grin on your face.
This is Godzilla.
Is this Godzilla X Kong?
Yes, this is Godzilla X Kong, the new empire.
A new
I so much love and watch
aneurysm.
that.
Imagine
fucking aneurysm.
Imagine releasing this the year after Godzilla -1 comes out.
I would shoot myself.
Monkey do rocket
This one's
punch.
better.
Monkey
But this
do
one's
rocket
better
punch.
because they spent more money on it.
But monkey do rocket punch.
And monkeys smack other monkeys with smaller monkey.
Yeah.
That part was amazing. That part was rad. That was the only good part of this movie. That's when King Kong, who they can't call King Kong because they still don't have the licensing.
They
can
call him
only
Kong.
call him Kong. When Kong hits a big monkey with a slightly smaller monkey.
Like,
That part ruled.
beating a motherfucker with another motherfucker will always be fun to see.
Yes, agreed.
This is
But
fair.
that movie in its entirety was an insult to life and to everything that the Godzilla franchise is. Because I
Yep.
saw people fucking saying, oh, but Godzilla movies can be fun and silly. Look at the Heisei era when you can see the silly suits. Like, yes, but there's still a core of good, solid filmmaking and a solid story. Even
Yep.
the dumbest old Godzilla movie has a good story at its core that is interesting and compelling. This... I love how we caught you in real time, Jason. When we were like, oh, there's an even more Hollow Earth in the Hollow Earth.
Hollower Earth.
A Hollower Earth 2.
I can't believe there was a hollower Earth with a frickin' Sub-Zero monkey in it.
With a Sub-Zero monkey with a kaiju that was just kind of there that then wasn't. Oh man!
I love how
Poor
I
Dan
love how
Stevens.
I
don't know how
I
they
do
got him
love
in
the
there.
fact that they had the replacement robot rocket hand for the monkey just in Hollow Earth already.
Ready to go.
Like ready to
Ready
go. Like
to
they
go.
They gotta market that stuff. The kids need the toys.
The children need the Rocket Punch toy, and I would probably be buying it if I was a 5-year-old. But that's not the point. The point is this movie is dog shit, and it nearly gave me a brain bleed.
What about that part where Godzilla goes to the Arctic to go Super Saiyan?
Oh yeah, that part was rad. I also like the part where they spent the entirety of 2014 Legendary Godzilla seems like a lifetime away.
It
for where
was.
these movies are now. They spent that whole movie very carefully, like sticking to Toho's kind of. 'Cause I don't know if
just
you know this,
sprinkle
but
a little bit
Toho-
of Godzilla in.
Yeah, but Toho has rules about kind of what you can and can't do with Godzilla when you get the licensing for him. And like some of those rules
Like
are
Mario.
around. Yeah, like Mario, but better. But some of those rules are around like kind of how he can and can't move. One
Yeah,
thing he
he's gotta
can't
move
fucking
slow.
do is parkour through floating rocks. God damn. That movie
Jesus
had
Christ.
almost so many of the same problems as the sequel to Pacific Rim, where they
Yes.
just threw
Yep.
out any
Nothing
sense
had
of
any weight.
scale, no weight, no physics, nothing, just bright colors and woo. I also fucking am hilariously like, it's always so fucking transparent when movies do this for their PG rating, but all of the animals in Hollow Earth have green blood and blue blood that
Yes.
Yeah.
get ripped apart for some reason, but you can see they've got red puckering around their scars. And I'm just like, that's not how that works. That's not how that works.
And
That's
it's not even like a cool reason behind it, like with Samurai
No.
Jack.
No! That was cool! This is bad. I also... Oh my god. The fucking scene where maybe one of the worst product placements and I mean this having watched all of the Bay Transformers movies, the worst product placement I think I've ever seen in a movie is where she picks her magical child up from school, and there's just the zoom out on the VW Tiguan.
Oh God.
Yeah, that is
it-
worse than Oreo Bot.
Yeah, that's way worse
Do you-
than Audiobot, because
do you know what
Audiobot
makes
does
it even-
something.
Do you know what makes it even worse? The reason the way they got to the name Tiguan is
Oh,
because
no.
they wanted it to be half tiger, half iguana.
Oh no. But seriously, look up that scene. That scene is wholly shot in a studio and lit for commercial. It has commercial lighting. Like 100% it is a pack shot for a fucking billboard. It's crazy that like it is allowed to exist in a major motion picture. It's worse than the Barbie car chase scene, and that's saying a lot.
Jesus.
Ooh, this movie made me so angry. Ooh, like on a personal, visceral level. Because, like, as Jason said, the year before, we got one of the top 5 Godzilla movies to ever exist. Ever.
Yep.
In its storied, fantastic existence as a franchise. And as a movie. And then we get this, like, it's so insulting. Again, it is an insulting experience to be given this and to be told, oh, just turn your brain off. Oh, just have fun.
Oh, that.
Oh, just turn your brain off.
I want to attack people that
How
tell
about I
me
just
that.
fucking lobotomize you then? And you can continue to tell me that. Like, don't, in the face of this is a bad movie, say, oh, you just need to turn your brain off. That doesn't affect the movie's quality. I can turn my brain off and I can watch a Michael Bay movie, and it's still a bad movie. It does not improve the quality of the movie. It does not further its existence. It's such a nothing fucking criticism for when people say, oh, just turn your brain off, you'll enjoy it. How about I shoot myself in front of you and forever alter the trajectory of your life? I won't. I'm just joking, my love.
Beautiful.
I wanted
Next.
to say I wanted to say one more thing about Godzilla X-Con, but then I forgot what I was going to say. So I guess that's fine. There was something.
Didn't they have terrible needle drops in that movie as well? Or am I
Oh, no,
imagining
oh,
that?
Yes,
that's what I
they
wanted to say.
did.
That's what I wanted to say. I love the part where Kong gets gaslit by a frog.
Oh yes,
Oh,
when he
yes,
thinks it's a
that
Kong
was
and he goes.
yeah, that was funny.
He gets gaslit by a frog.
That was funny. He gets tricked.
Monkey.
Monkey stupid. Right, number 2.
Number 3 only.
Number 3. Oh my god.
Yeah, we've still got to get through a lot.
Oh my god. With so
Number
much to get
3.
through. God, I need my lozenge.
Get your lozenge while
Yeah, I got my lozenge. I'm good.
because I think I need I think I quickly need to find a different review for this one live, because I think this good review that I found might actually give away way too much.
Oh.
This movie, which is called...
Yeah, it might as well.
Is it though? Is it a movie?
Technically. Oh God.
Technically.
Jesus Christ.
But no.
Sorry, this
I
movie is
think
also.
we're past the movies now in our list.
Yeah, I think if we're talking the top 3 worst movies of the year, we have.
Oh, okay. No,
far
this one
exceeded-
is the only positive review that on Metacritic from a critic.
Oh, fair enough.
And
I
I'm
guess
not,
we
I'm
gotta
not
go
gonna
with it
write
then.
I'm not gonna use a user review because I mean,
Those people are
Gross.
idiots.
yeah, right. So I'm not gonna bury the lead. Number 3 on this list is Borderlands. Blanchett knows exactly what movie she's in, and she seems to be having the time of her life,
What?
fitting
What?
herself into the mold of a video game heroine.
What? Did that person watch
Man
the
who's only
Borderlands
ever
movie?
watched Boss Baby.
getting a lot of boss bait. Again, Sarah is a Borderlands mega fan. Like
I'm
has played
so sorry for them.
has played all the games, and they are encyclopedic. And at several parts, they had to like explain to me just how wrong everything happening on screen was.
Every single part of it was very, very wrong.
Everything.
But the wrongest thing that they did was cast Kevin Hart as Roland.
Yes. Yes.
No, I would argue that everyone was miscast completely for that film.
Yeah, no.
Everyone was entirely miscast, but nobody worse than Kevin Hart
but
for
nobody
Roland.
worse than that.
No, okay, yes.
Everything was bad, but that was the worst. Also, but as I said, I think this might be the most faithful video game adaptation ever. Not to the property it adapted,
But to the company.
medium, but to the medium of Gearbox, because this movie is a cinematic first in that it features loading screens between scenes. It has actual, what I would describe as a hidden loading scene that exists for nothing but to ferry characters from set piece A to set piece B to set piece C to set piece D. There are bridging loading screens of them in the fucking Cybertruck.
Yep.
What?
That
like
that,
an actual
that they're
Cybertruck.
It's first of all, it's an actual fucking Cybertruck.
Jesus
Is it?
Christ.
Did they use a proper Cybertruck?
Look at the front. Look at the lights. It's a Cybertruck.
I'm looking at the trailer now. It's not a Cybertruck, but it
That's
might
a
as well
Cybertruck.
be.
It's a Cybertruck. It's a Cybertruck with a body kit
It is
on.
Cinebeards canon that it is a Cybertruck. If not real life canon, then
No,
it is Cinebeards
it can't
canon.
be a Cybertruck because it's actually driving around.
Oh, 'cause it
No,
didn't
Thomas, that is
immediately-
not. That is not a Cybertruck.
Isn't it? Fucking
No.
looks like one.
No, that is not even close to a Cybertruck.
Oh well, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's off road.
well, yeah, because it didn't immediately explode. or
Its
back
wheels
into a
are on
puddle.
it.
No, a car bomb didn't go off in it, and then people weren't 100% sure if it was a car bomb or just.
Or
And
it
is
didn't
it-
reverse into a pond and drown a lady.
I will give you this. It is
Jesus.
a truck that looks nothing like
Like any of the
anything
cars
in the games.
No, but that's the thing, is there are then vehicles that look like the vehicles in the game that then are there for one scene and are then gone, and then it's just trucks. There's one scene with those like cool, like, it looks like they've got articulated limbs with the wheels that go like woo woo woo.
Mhm.
They're there for one scene, it then blows up. I also love from the little I know about Borderlands, I really love the like heartfelt, moment with Tiny Tina, known, heartfelt, non-psychotic character.
Mm.
It's definitely.
I mean, she's got a tortured past.
And she's a Jesus.
She is a Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least they think she's a Jesus, and then it turns out, no, actually, Kate Blanchett is the
Kate
Jesus.
Blanchett is Jesus, but we had to earn her powers because you can't start a fucking movie with powers. You gotta earn them because otherwise, how else will people give a shit about what's happening?
No, nobody in this movie used their character's powers, and it makes me sad.
Sarah also brought that up. Like,
Also,
none.
my favorite part of this movie was when the was when the set crew opened the door for them.
Yeah. I can't believe they left that in. It was in the trailer. That
And
is
everyone
how
roasted
little.
them for it.
That is how little people gave a shit that we're making this movie.
They're like,
that shit was in the trailer.
They
six-
could have fixed it.
6 months before the release. 6 fucking months before release, that trailer existed, and the internet was just abuzz with, look at this Joker ass fucking amateur hour horse shit. And they didn't fix it. They
Jesus.
didn't fix it. That's how much they gave a shit. Also, like, I have never experienced an actor reading off a teleprompter as I have as much as Kate Blanchett in that movie. Jesus
yeah?
Christ.
Yeah.
She was
Holy
so
crap.
done. And also one of the last people asked to
Oh.
play that role.
Oh, amazing, amazing. She was just like, yeah, I would like a
Like
bag,
when
thank
we
you.
said it was miscast, these are pretty much the only people that said okay.
They were like, yeah,
Nice.
fine, I guess. Oh, it was so bad.
I mean, I like even Jack Black's Claptrap is bad.
everything was bad.
They made
Everything.
an extremely annoying character even more annoying.
Somehow.
I don't know how they did it.
Well, they, ask Eli Roth.
They
You
have the
piece of shit.
technology.
Jason, ask Eli Roth why he did it.
Yeah, ask him from the Cinebeards. We send him this. Ask your brother to send him this episode. Fuck you, Eli.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I really love how, again, I don't know the most about Borderlands, but what I know about Borderlands is that it is hyper violent.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
the kind of core of Borderlands. The two pillars of Borderlands, from what I understand, are hyper violence and like irreverent humor. This movie had neither of those things. So what are we doing here? Like, you had people getting shot in the face, and they just kind of, like, do a stuntman fall. And I was like, why? What? Just, why have an action sequence?
Look,
It was almost as bad as Rebel Moon's actions.
Almost.
we'll get there. Look,
Yeah,
As
almost.
Rebel Mom Moon?
Rebel Moon.
the last thing I'll say about Borderlands is I really hope it made enough for
It didn't.
Randy
Didn't.
Pitchford to
It made
to-
negative dollars.
Oh, cool.
They were handing out refunds so much that it actually lost negative money and made us
Incredible.
a profit. That's Cinebeards canon. Actually, hang on. As a Borderlands expert, I need to actually.
Oh
confirm
my word, wow.
with my
33
wife.
million worldwide.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Nothing.
powerful.
That's it.
And it cost like 200 million to make. Wow. Hang on. My love, do you want to comment on Borderlands? That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
It reportedly had a production budget of 155 million, which means with the marketing and distribution costs, that's probably closer to 250.
Yeah.
And it made
Good.
33.
Good. That is
Jesus.
33 too many $million.
Wow.
I'm happy I stole that movie.
One
I
of
did
the
crime. What of it?
is Borderlands okay for a 14-year-old?
To
Borderlands
play
is
the
not okay
game?
for
No.
a
To
human
watch the
being.
movie? No.
No.
Also, no.
It's like that thing. I may be ugly, but my personality also terrible.
It's good to know where you stand. Right, number 2.
Number 2, we know what it is. Lay
Do
it
we?
on
What
us.
it is.
Do we though?
Yeah, we
I'm
do.
Okay,
pretty
fine, but can I read the
I'm pretty
review
sure we
first?
can all cry some black blood when we know what it is.
Man.
It's the kind of movie where if you saw it when you were 14, you'd see it 10 or 20 more times and be inspired to check out books from the library, maybe memorize some poetry. That is a real review of The
No.
Crow.
But you see, that's fucking, again, ooh, it's so insulting. Because that's not what this movie does. That's
No.
what the original did.
Yes.
Yep.
That's not what this does.
This. So, Caitlin checked out 20 minutes in, started reading the plot of the film on her phone, stopped watching 37 minutes in, and I was like, you know what, I need to at least see him looking like the Crow. I stopped watching at 55 minutes and had to come back on a different day to finish it.
Yeah, that is a good
I at least
wait,
watched
that's a
it
good-
in one
That's a good
sitting.
watching guide. I watched it in one. I double billed this with the Rebel Moon.
Good lord.
Jesus, why did you do this to yourself?
Because this is who I am inside. I have
But-
to
but
know.
don't
I
you-
how
don't
don't you-
bad this-
understand. Yeah,
I
sorry.
think my favorite part of the movie is how he has to die twice to become the Crow.
Yeah, he's like a Sekiro.
It-
The shadows, they die
yeah, the
twice.
shadows that die twice.
No, seriously, he dies twice. Dion, I'm
Yeah, he
not
does.
even joking. He dies twice. He
Fox is
becomes
not
he
joking.
becomes like a semi crow, I guess.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
he becomes invincible.
yeah, and then he dies
He
again.
becomes invincible with no foil. There's no foil to his invincibility. He's just invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, no.
There's no
if
catch.
he ever doubts his love for the girl we spent,
Oh yes, excuse me. The thing that is never actually shown to happen.
yeah, then he'll lose his powers.
That's
Well-
another thing though. Like the love, the purest love that Eric has for Shelley in The Crow is something that you feel palpably, and you are only shown the smallest glimpses of their relationship through flashbacks, but
Yeah.
you feel the earnestness with that these two characters love
And
each other forever.
And the
No,
comic
but
is the same.
Road
Yes,
Trip
the
from
comic-
Rehab though.
Oh, but Road Trip from Rehab
Road
though.
Trip
Let's
from
dance.
Rehab.
Let's dance in the forest with my straitjacket dress.
He doesn't even do a single guitar solo on a rooftop.
He
Yeah.
does no guitar solos. And
He
he's
doesn't
not
even have
that
a
hot.
guitar.
And he's not even that hot.
He doesn't have a guitar.
Doesn't have. Okay, look, I have no inherent problem with changing the style of music that The Crow does. It could be any style of music, but
Oh,
you've at
God.
least got to do the music then.
Yep.
You
Oh
can't
God,
just.
the needle
I'm a
drops were so
musician, but-
terrible.
Me, I eat dirt. Look, I understand the feeling the urge to change it to sort of make it a more contemporary look rather than the classic goth look. But
I
why do
don't.
it so badly?
I don't get that. I don't understand.
I think you want to
That-
make it your own from that point of view,
Look,
rather than. But like,
the only reason
That movie is
I
a
can
hate
think
crime
to
on my
change
people.
it.
A hate
it is.
crime.
It is a hate crime on goths.
the only
it
reason
reappropriated something belonging
Yes.
to you. Sorry, Marcus.
No, I was saying like the only reason to change that like classic goth look is because maybe some people think, oh, black trench coat, oh no, this kid's a school shooter, but then they make him look like a fucking school shooter anyway with a
Exactly.
fucking katana sword.
I can't believe
A Japanese wakizashi
Japanese-
katana
a
sword.
Japanese
Wakizashi
wakizashi. He
katana
couldn't even
sword.
get a full katana. He couldn't even get the big one. He had to go with the compact one for extra stabbing.
So, fun fact: do you know what else this guy has directed?
I do. I
Traffic.
fucking do.
So, his other two
Mm-hmm.
movies, the only other two films he has directed,
Yup.
Snow White and the Huntsman
Yup.
and Ghost in the Shell.
Yup.
Scarlett Johansson, Ghost in the Shell.
Dude is just 3 for 3 on 3 of the most dog shit movies I've ever seen.
And he was offered Pirates of the Caribbean 5, but turned it down.
Wow.
I do have one question. And
Yes.
Thomas, you know some of the Crow lore, right?
I do.
I
Some
think
of
it's
it.
Core.
Okay.
Like CAW.
Okay. So what the fuck was up with Danny Houston's powers?
Oh no, that's just nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that is 100% made up for the film. It is nonsense.
Okay.
Made
cool.
that up.
Yeah, he didn't
Made
really have
that-
those powers in real life.
The fuck up. No, he did. It's just crazy.
In
Wow.
real life he did, but
Wow.
in the comics he didn't.
Wild.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, look, the production of this movie I followed very closely because again, this is sacred central goth tenants. and I will forever watch Luke Evans movies, because he was scheduled to play the lead, and he said that he was dropping it because he felt that the whole project was unworthy of Brandon Lee.
That's a good thing to do.
He wasn't Dracula Untold, though.
I know, but I forgive him.
Yeah, but
Forgive him.
yeah.
Okay, fine.
And yeah. Oh. Look, as awful as this movie was, at one point, Jason Momoa was gonna be the Crow.
Jesus.
So-
Wow, that would have made it so much better.
I actually, I unironically think that would have tipped into just so dumb you can actually enjoy watching it.
Yeah, like he'd have come back to life and just be like, my man.
My man.
My man,
But again, I love
my
this-
chili,
yeah, like
chili.
I never believed this movie.
I
in anything
never
it's did. Like
No.
The Crow is meant to be concentrated earnestness. It's meant to be love so strong it brings you back from the other side. And that's crazy that can happen. But in the original, I believed it. I believed that Eric would do that for Shelley. And that he would take all that pain. But in this,
Yeah.
I'm just like, who are these fucking trust fund Bohemians that are just lounging about doing heroin
I think
and
the
being
benefit...
annoying? They are the worst people you will ever meet in Cape Town.
They
And
really
there
are.
wasn't
They're
even
people
a
I've
sword
met
fight
in
on
Cape
a
Town.
church.
They are! Exactly! That's the thing! This movie fucking built up to this epic confrontation against this soul-sucking demon man and this unkillable school shooter, and then he just kind of hugs him and lets the demons take him.
Yeah.
Like you said, the climax of The Crow is fucking two dudes fighting on top of a church, one of whom is using a vein from the church and another using a sword. That's
in
amazing!
the pouring rain
In
with
the
the most
pouring rain.
pouring rain with the most fucking classic goth rock playing in the background.
Dude,
it's
it's
rad as
amazing.
shit.
Amazing.
Look, the original Crow isn't a complicated story. It's just...
No.
It is dripping with atmosphere.
Yes.
And this
you
had none of
believe
it.
It also had what the original, the 94 Crow. Michael Wincott is such a menacing character to be your villain.
Mhm.
That fucking gravelly ass voice and just the way he played Top Dollar was so good. And this was just nothing. This is a whole bunch of nothing characters. And then an emo boy SoundCloud rapper dips his fingers in some tattoo ink and makes some fucking makeup.
Only after first crying black blood and having it wiped on his eyes by a netherworld
Yes.
shaman.
By a netherworld shaman.
I do like how he finishes his own tattoo though on the
Oh.
hand.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Looks so good.
Never cry. Or cry
Never
never.
no,
cry.
cry now,
Cry
later.
now.
Yeah.
Cry now,
Oh.
cry
I-
later.
I nearly cried watching this movie.
I mean, I can understand that because The Crow is a very important movie to goths, and
It
this
is.
just it just danced
part
on,
of your
on,
culture.
on the grave of that film.
Quite literally. Quite literally. And I loved in the fucking press lead up. They released all these fucking factoids like, oh, out of respect for Brandon Lee's, heritage, we banned the use of all real guns from the set. It's like, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Cool
What does that?
story, bro.
Who fucking cares?
Yeah, like Jesus, is Alec Baldwin there?
Yeah, exactly. Just running around shooting DOPs. And I love that one of the last things Tony Todd said before he tragically passed last year was that he also hated the new Crow movie.
Yeah.
So, number one.
Okay.
Number one.
Wait a second. But what about?
Wait. Sorry, just one more thing. One more thing about The Crow.
Mhm.
The whole kind of premise around the the love and the revenge is that it's a closed loop. Like it exists so that it can happen and the revenge can occur and then he will die. Like
Yes.
that's how it goes. There isn't a continuation. That's it. It is a fully closed loop.
But what if we want to leave it open for sequels, Thomas?
That's a good point.
He brings her back.
No, but what if we want to leave it open for sequels?
He resurrects her. That
But
holy...
Thomas, sequels.
Like,
That's a good point.
it's the only way to portray the fact that the cycle of revenge is a closed loop. It's the only way you can have a really good cycle of revenge movie is if it is a closed loop.
Look, Thomas, I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But The
But
Crow 2
sequels,
coming
though.
2027.
Damn.
Jason makes a very good point.
Yeah.
Sequels, you say?
Like what?
Okay.
Like trilogy.
Yeah,
People love
Damn.
trilogies.
that's true. They make good money.
That is possible.
That's why Disney keeps announcing them for Star Wars.
Oh,
They don't make
that's
them.
cool.
It's just announcing them.
Yeah.
It's
It's
important.
even just announcing them. Poof. That's good
Woof.
business.
That's a good business
like
right there.
announcing an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to do that every like 10 years. You just keep a studio going on hype alone. I think the actor that played the kid Sarah in The Crow also was like, this was lame as shit.
Yeah.
But
But
Do
what
we
could
want-
be worse than that?
But there's only one left. So why did we not put the Zack Snyder film on? Because obviously number one is Batman v Superman.
I think with the advent of this film, that title has finally been...
Yeah.
That torch has been passed.
Yeah, that torch has been
Oh.
Dion. Did you actually watch Rebel?
Yes,
right,
I told you. I had
Yeah,
it on
you
in the
did.
background, and it took me 2 days. I kept turning it off. And that's
So-
watching it in the background while doing other things.
So number one.
Number one!
And I had to keep
Number
checking that it
one.
was playing properly in VLC because it looked like it was in it was like, why
Because
is
you look
playback
like you
fucked
were-
up?
Why does
the
it look
movie's
like
in slow-mo.
Why does it look like it's 480p with Vaseline smeared on the screen? Oh wait, because Zack Snyder's on the fucking camera.
Christ.
Rebel
Oh, what
Moon-
movie is it, Marcus?
Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar
Ooh.
Giver, is the cinematic sci-fi equivalent of that delicious chicken sandwich people punch each other in the face to get. Unscrunch your face and allow yourself to have an intergalactic blast like you did before you grew up to be so picky.
No.
I hate that. I hate that. And by extension, I now hate you for reading it, Marcus.
Yeah.
I think I hate you
Fantastic.
too, Marcus.
But
That's the
but
transfer of
just to
properties,
be clear, we're talking about Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver, not Rebel Moon Part 2, The Curse of Forgiveness, which is the director's cut of Rebel
the
Moon
director's
Part 2.
cut of a film that he had complete control over.
Yes.
Yeah, and that Netflix allowed him to do anything with.
Yeah.
Also don't forget to
But it's fine, he had all the
confuse it
footage.
with Rebel Moon Part 1 or Rebel Moon Chapter 1 Chalice of
my
Blood, which is
God.
the director's cut of Rebel Moon
Wait,
Part
of the
1, which came
director's
out last year.
one's chapters and the standard releases parts.
Yes.
Ooh,
God, I hate this man.
that's awful. Yeah, like I said, the real intended experience for either of these movies is to immediately watch Seven Samurai after them. You will
Yeah.
get so much fucking angrier. You will get so much angrier if
I
you watch
do.
Seven Samurai after these
So,
dog water ass movies.
I did the unthinkable. And
Yeah, you did. You jumped on this grenade because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it
I
this year.
watched both director's cuts of the Rebel
Jesus.
Moons this year with
You are
the
our
part two.
strongest soldier.
The I would call it theatrical release, but it's not. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
between the three, man, just
Was there more space Afrikaans in the director's cut of the first one?
The space opera
no,
in the
but
first
there
cut
was
terrifying.
there were boobs 5 minutes in, naked breasts 5 minutes in,
Okay.
and the
Were there any character's mother? Because Zach seems to really like that.
I think so. There was also
Oh
this
my
cute
God.
little alien creature thing. I think I sent Thomas a picture of
Yeah,
it.
you sent me a picture of
Oh,
the
oh! Turns out that cute
merchandisable
little thing was a
Yeah.
suicide bomber.
What?
They let
I'm
it out
gonna
of its
send- I'm gonna-
cage,
I'm
and
gonna
it
send it to the
runs and
group.
suicide bombs some space Nazis.
Dion, you owe me the speedboat, but holy Jesus.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
I'm gonna send the picture to the group right now. Keep joking. It's okay.
Please do.
No.
And that's just part
I don't
one.
want it.
Like with the director's cuts, they literally add nothing to the core of the film. There is no like
Don't they put
extra.
things in context and make it so much better, like Batman v Superman?
Yeah, no
Extended
extra
edition?
context. Only just more weird scenes of like fucking weird costume design choices and people yelling and tits and blood added to the bloodless fight scenes in post.
God, those fight scenes are so funny to watch because there's just nothing in them.
The
There's
absolute,
nothing.
the
Oh, no,
absolute
in the
director's
nothingness
cuts-
of what was
I've sent
was the
the
climax.
suicide bomber child alien to the WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Also, a picture of my kitty.
I hate it. Not the kitty, the suicide bomber.
Yo.
Like
That's a
the
good
the,
kitty,
the
though. Kidding
director's
me.
cuts add nothing, but honestly,
It's a good kitty.
like the original version of part two is just such a fucking insult to humanity.
Yeah, like that's also another real insult to filmmaking because my God, it is a poorly made film.
Like
Like,
What are you
what
talking
why-
about, Thomas?
why-
We learned so much about the characters when they all sat on one side of a table and took 2 minutes each to explain their identical backstories.
Their identical backstories that once they got their spirit animal flag that people were able to do for them because they cut to the heart of who they really were after knowing them for less than 24 hours.
They harvested some grain together.
And that's all you really need to know about a person.
Well, yeah, 'cause,
My-
I mean, Zack Snyder did have a grain guy on set.
Oh shit, he had a grain guy.
He had a grain guy that he listened very carefully to, apparently.
Oh, that's crazy.
I got a guy.
I got a grain guy.
I got a
You know
grain
any
guy.
grain guys?
You want to learn about some grain?
You want to know about the grain? I don't know, but the CEO of Wolf Cola really knows the guy. My
delicious
favorite-
wolf
what-
cola.
The Wolf Cola, excuse me. One of my favorite parts of these two movies. And Marcus, you'll have to correct me if in the director's cut it makes any more sense.
It
But
probably
why-
doesn't.
I know, but I just need to know for myself, for my own edification.
Okay.
So I can hate Zack Snyder more for one thing or more for the other thing. Why in the name of Christ, do they get Space Korean on the team? Because she kills a sum total of 3 people in the final conflict. One of those people she only kills because somebody else stabbed her, and then she gets murked.
It's
Why?
so that she can cut off her hands to wield the really hard
Why
laser
did
swords
she
that
cut
she could
off her
have just
hand?
wrapped some leather around like the Scargiver did.
But why did she cut off her hand when the other glove fit over her other hand?
Well, In fact,
Because cool.
they do expand on that a
Oh,
I
lot
hate that.
Okay.
in the director's cut. You see, in the director's cut, you learn that Zack Snyder really wanted an Asian person on the team.
Okay.
I see.
Is she not more useful?
No, he's just more Asian.
Oh, wow.
That sounds
Okay. And
I'm
like
not
a
even
dangerous
fucking
way
joking.
to describe somebody.
There are actual peasants with farming tools that were more useful than one of the people they got on their Seven Samurai team. This lady who is in all of the trailers with her not lightsabers going
Definitely not lightsabers.
definitely not lightsabers and definitely not power weapons from Warhammer 40k where they ripped almost everything else off. Like she's just doing katas all the time. And then she just kills 3 people, one of which is an assist,
And then
and then
gets
and then
murked.
gets it, and then gets murked. And the person she gets murked by, she doesn't even kill. It's not even like we kill each other. Like why was she there?
Because
Zack
the
Snyder
bad
wanted an
guys
Asian on the
destroyed her
team.
village and she needed vengeance.
Okay, but
Delicious
could they
vengeance.
not have got like another guy or a woman or a person of gender non-conforming identity with like a big stick maybe?
No, because they had
And
one of
then
those. He was Native American coded.
and then he was something coded. And then that guy could just like bonk them on the heads.
No, that's not how it works.
But like I feel that character may have been more useful than the Space Korean.
Look, the only thing you need to remember is that
Mm-hmm.
in the future, Nazis power their spaceships with coal.
With coal, space coal. They use space coal, so every scene looks like it's really sweaty and gross. Oh wait, that's most of the scenes, because Zack Snyder was DOP for this, and he cannot block a scene, or light a scene, or compose a scene, or shoot a scene to save his goddamn life.
Did you say write a scene? I can't remember if you said write a scene.
I don't remember either. I think I blacked out.
Because yes, so
From
writing,
manga.
he did write this as well. You have to
Oh,
remember.
God.
Yeah, no, he
No way,
full on
really?
B-movied this.
Yeah, no, this is a breen from him. He
Yeah.
wrote, produced,
Like, the only thing he didn't
DOP.
do was star in it.
I think
Pretty
did
sure
the
he did the
catering.
catering.
Yeah. Exactly.
At the end, every name in the credits that has a Z or an S is actually Zack Snyder.
It's actually Zack Snyder.
I say
Dion,
that
what
because
was
that's how
your
Bream's
favorite
things work.
Yes. That's how he hides his production credits from Taxman. Dion, what was your favorite part of this movie?
The I think it's just that the font of creativity runneth over to the point that
Okay.
like in that Avatar 2 way where like what is the only thing better than the iconic villain from the previous film, and that is the iconic villain from the previous film.
But resurrected.
Yes. We have to bring them back. And I think that's when I realized I was watching a generational film. And when I say watching, I mean off to the side, next to my main monitor,
Third screen.
on a laptop. Yeah, I think it
Brightness
was
turned
just
all the way up.
I think it was just the fuck awful action and
Yeah.
the memories of being young and impressionable and going to watch 300 with my buddies and thinking that Zack Snyder was the man for me, and that he like, what is this man going to do next?
And then he showed you.
And
then he
then
showed
he
me.
showed you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, has anyone here actually rewatched 300 recently?
No,
I
'cause
rewatched
I
it
know
about
it's gonna be
4 or
bad.
5 years ago, and it didn't age as badly as something like his Dawn of the Dead, which when it came
That
out I
has
really
aged
liked.
like
Oh.
that has
And then
aged
I
like
rewatched
milk.
that, and that was fuck awful. 300 is still like fine. Like it's not for me, but it's
It's-
fine.
Yeah, like it's a bit fascisty, but
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's okay.
fashy as fuck, but like the filmmaking behind it, because at that point, studios still were able to rein him in and say, no, you have to use this DOP. No, you
Yeah.
can't edit this yourself. No, you have to do it like this. So like, there's still an element of filmmaking there.
And there was I mean, just that whole thing of filming at the 3 different speeds, and then having
Yeah.
those cool tracking shots that sort of switch between them, like stuff like that is still like holds up and is actually still like really cool.
And I guess
I've got no beef with 300.
It does have our Lord and Savior Jerry B.
It does,
does.
and I think that just elevates the
keep a-
project. You know,
Keep a lookout for Den of Thieves 2, Pantera, out this year.
Oh.
I don't know anything about it, but it's got our patron saint in it, so
It should be awful but enjoyable.
Yeah. Like Airplane.
Airplane.
Airplane fall down.
Airplane fall down.
Well, Houstoners,
Well,
that
listeners,
was traumatic,
we're
but I
sorry,
did really
thank
enjoy
you.
how angry Thomas got. That was
I got up to full speed there.
Yep.
yeah, no,
you-
that was you went full Thomas
Caitlin
for a
did
bit.
tell me that to make sure that Sarah had emergency numbers on hand in case your rage got medically concerning.
My rage is always medically concerning. I'm actually hooked up to an IV of barbiturates right now. I was fighting it.
Oh. Well, goodbye, Houstoners.
Well,
We're sorry.
We're sorry. Good night. We love you.
I'm not sorry.
Egads.
Look, you chose to sit with us for 2 hours and some minutes talking about
true.
bad movies, and
That's true.
that was definitely a choice. I mean, I wouldn't make it again.
I would in approximately a single calendar year.
Oh, right, we have to do this again when
Woo!
2025
And I've
ends.
already seen one of the movies that's going to be on my 2025 bad list. Yay!
Oh, is it that?
Wow,
is it
looks like the rest of
Cameron
us have-
Diaz
no,
movie?
Yeah.
it's Wolfman. Wolfman's really bad. Really, 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 really bad.
Yes, that happened right here, to your neighbors. It is not too much to say that in your hands lies the possibility of averting other tragedies like it. We must work untiringly so that our children are obliged to learn the truth, because it is only through knowledge that we can safely protect them. Failing this, the next tragedy may be that of your daughter, or your son, or yours, or yours, or yours.